What's good, y'all? Another episode of Imperfect Action. On this show, you guys know what we do at this point. Marketing, business, strategies, principles, lessons, anything to help you get to that next level. But yeah, Monday through Friday to give you those gems. Now today's actually extra special. Because I just came off of reading a brand new book last night. And the book that I read is a book by, it's a joint book, David Meltzer, Jack Canfield, and Cynthia Kersey, Be Unstoppable, How to Create the Life You Love. And there's some amazing things I want to share with you from this book that I think will help you get clear on your goals and get to that next level. And that's what today's show is all about. So what I'm gonna do real quick as I charge my phone, I want you guys to join my text community. It's free. 213-410-4920. Text the word daily to 213-410-4920. Now my text community, you're gonna get daily motivation and inspirational text. You're also going to hold on real second. You're also gonna get updates for when I go live, when there's new episodes, when there's new shows, when there's new podcasts, free webinars, things like that, collaborations and things like that. So I do not want you to miss that. So I'm gonna send a text right now to actually my community in real time, let them know that we're up and popping, that we are live. We are live chatting about goals. Right, so boom, just that message. All right, so we got less than 30 minutes, so I really just want to get at it. I really just want to help you guys get to your goals. So, I marked some areas in the book that I thought would really help you guys. It's gonna help me too for sure. Let me just find the passage real fast. Okay, here we go. I'll read this real quick. One of the easiest ways to begin determining what you truly want is to ask a friend. So accountability partner would definitely help, right? Ask a friend to ask you, what do you want? If you do this exercise while jotting down your answer, you'll find that the first wants aren't only just as profound. In fact, most people usually hear themselves saying, you want the materialism, the Mercedes, the big house, the ocean. But if your friend continues to ask you, what do you want? What do you want? What do you want? What's going to happen is you're going to really get down to the core expressions of your core values and what you truly want. Chandra, what's up? Good morning. We're talking about goal setting this morning. So, next we're talking about making a living. What's stopping you, right? I want you guys to really, truly visualize what you want, right? Visualize what you want and really jot it down. And a quick formula that's in the book is this thing that's called ERO, Event Response Outcome. So, thinking about what you want. So, like, there's a lot of people with businesses. You want to be an entrepreneur, things like that. Oh, the volume isn't clear, huh? Let me see why. How about now? Can you hear me? How about now? Let me know if you can hear me on here. I just raised the volume. Let me check the preferences. So let me know if you can hear me on here. I'm checking the sound. Oh, I know what's wrong. It happens all the time. So what we're gonna do right now is, bam, there we go. How about now? Can you hear me now? I think you should be able to hear me better now. Problem is, AirPods in my pocket. They were so I think you can hear me now. But let me know. Yeah. Hold on a second. I'm gonna take this real quick. Yo, you were really wondering why, like, your AirPods are so, yeah. Your AirPods are hella powerful. Like, they just be dominating my Bluetooth. So that's really cool. Let me put these away. When you got them out the case now, you just grab them. All right. So hopefully you can hear me now.
Technical difficulties on imperfect action. All right. So when it comes to setting your goals, right? You gotta be you gotta be all in on your goals. You should be able to hear me now. When it comes to setting your goals, you gotta be all in on the goals, like literally all in. And people like to do what's convenient for them. Hold on, I'm about to check right now. Let's see what's up. Woo! I can hear me. All right. So people like to do what's convenient for them. They don't really fully want to commit. They don't fully want to do everything that it takes to be successful. They want to do what's convenient. They want to do what they think will get them to the success. They're not willing to really choose, commit, and do what's necessary to really get the success that they say that they want. And I was there too, so I'm not sharing this to say I'm pointing the finger like I wasn't there too. It took me some time as well to really understand. Like, are you really, really committed to what it will take you to be successful doing the thing that you do? And a lot of it is going to come down to committing, consistency, being disciplined, doing more of the things that are really moving the needle, and getting uncomfortable. So I'm gonna tell y'all right now, like if you get anxiety or if you feel a little bit of pressure or if something feels like it might be difficult or whatever the case may be, you know that people normally assume that's fear. But it's just because we've been taught that that might be fear or that might be anxiety. But really, what if that was the way that your mind and your body was telling you that this is an area in which you can grow. This is an area in which you can stretch. This is an area in which you can improve. And instead of shying away from certain things, when we felt that way, we started to lean into those things. And by leaning into you, I can't even say this. And by leaning into those things, you grow, right? And I would 100% agree with what Sharon just said there, right? Anxiety does push you forward. It makes you survive, and it does help you get to where you need to be. But most people, they interpret that and they look at that as a reason for them to bring it in, to not take action, to shy away, to retreat, right, to exit, things like that. But the human body, human brain, the mind, uh, the body is very intuitive. It's literally very intuitive, and it's going to tell you exactly what you need to do to get to the next level. So today's episode is all about goals, and I really want to help you to simplify it. What the hell is going on? There's mad stuff going on today, guys. Like the whole the whole screen just disappeared. I don't know. Screen's messing up. The sound's messing up. maybe they don't want me to share this message with you guys. But yes, truly. So think about it. The main thing when you have a business is for you to serve, for you to provide value. But most business owners, they put the main thing around the product and service. But the product and service is secondary to you serving and providing value. You're probably thinking, oh, okay, Brendan, how can I serve and provide value if I don't put the emphasis on the product and service? The emphasis needs to be put on the consumer, the person, the customer, and even more literal than that, right? The focus needs to be put on providing as much value as possible to that consumer and then focusing on that consumer journey. Because I use this example a lot. How many of you guys have an iPhone? How many of you guys have a MacBook? How many of you guys have an iPad? How many of you guys have AirPods, right? It's the same company. So what they did was they took me on, and a lot of you guys, Apple has taken us on a consumer journey. Almost to the point where we're so brand loyal, we wouldn't even dare to switch up and go to Android or whatever the case may be. Because they built so much brand loyalty and they cater to the consumer journey that we're locked in. But what a lot of us do is that we focus on new clients, new clients, new clients, new clients, new clients, new clients, new clients. And the effort, energy, and time acquisition and cost acquisition to get new clients is so much higher than it is for you to serve your existing clients deeper. Now, that doesn't mean that you shouldn't get new clients. It just means you need to serve your existing clients on a higher level, on a deeper level, for longer, right? Things like that. So on today's episode, again, we're talking about goal setting, and we're talking about really getting you to your goals, and we're talking about different ways for you to get to your goals. And it comes with providing value and focusing to get clear and get more linear. So if anyone has any questions specifically, drop them in the chat because I want to help as many people as possible today. My guest was a no call, no show, which is fine because I love doing this regardless if I have a guest or not. So I want to share some things from this book that I read yesterday. It's another book that I finished this year. Literally quick read. And it's talking about how to be unstoppable, create the life that you love. And there's a lot of gems in here that I thought were very impactful. So I want to share a couple of them. And again, if you guys have any specific questions, just drop them below. But okay, we're going to talk about visualization real quick. So first, visualize your financial situation. How much money do you have in your savings? How much do you want to make in income? That's number one. So if we add on top of that, where is your current cash flow? So I would visualize your current financial situation, and then I would list what's the current cash flow, right? Number two, now visualize your career. What are you doing in your career? Where are you working? Who are you working with? What kind of clients do you have? And what's the compensation for your business? So think about that. So right now you're identifying the financial situation. You're identifying your current cash flow. That's number one. And then number two, based on your career, how are you working with people and how are you being compensated? I got a question coming in from Chandra. She says, how many short-term goals do you feel is appropriate to have at the same time? I think it just all depends on what you're working towards. Like if you got like 10 different things and you have short-term goals for all 10 of them, you're not going to really have a lot of headway because you have 10 different things that you're setting up goals for. So I would get more clear. So if it's literally one thing, two things, three things, I think that you can short term goal for all three of them. But if you have multiple things going on, it's going to stress you too thin, and you're not going to get as much, momentum as you could get. Number three, focus your time, your recreation time, and what you're going to be doing with friends and family, right? Meaning, if your focus is going to be to increase your income, if your focus is going to be to increase your business, you have to decide how am I currently spending my time is the way that I'm spending my time, Whitney, what's up? Is the way that I'm spending my time the best use of my time? So I like to go back and forth with the low ROI and high ROI activities. Are you making more decisions that are low ROI activities, or are you making more decisions that are high ROI activities? So high ROI activities, return on investment, are going to be more actions that are going to give you cash flow. More action is going to support you, your lifestyle. But are you spending a lot of time doing low ROI activities? Things that feel like it's work, but it's not really work. It's not really pushing the needle forward. It's not really bringing money in your business. It's just keeping you busy and have you think that you're doing something when really you're not really doing nothing, right? That's very important. That's number three. Number four, what about your physical health, your emotional and spiritual health? Are you free and open, relaxed, and ecstatic about the work that you're doing? So, do you really like what you're doing, or are you just doing it? Because if you can't find the motivation and the excitement to do what you're doing, you may not need to be doing what you're doing. So let me repeat. If you don't find the motivation and excitement for what you're doing, you may not need to be doing what you're doing. Like one of the best ways for you to keep motivated in the area of business or entrepreneurship, it actually do something that you like. If you're not doing something that you like, it's going to be tough for you to keep going on those days when it's not about momentum. It's going to be more about discipline, because we can get excited, but emotions are fleeting. So we got to be disciplined. We got to decide like, yo, I'm doing this no matter what, right? You brush your teeth no matter what. It's not emotional. You're like, yo, I don't want to have a stinky ass mouth, so I'm gonna brush my teeth. You gotta get that poignant on your goals. Like no matter what, it doesn't matter. Right? Okay. Then we want to move from visualizing your relationships with family and friends. What is your relationship like with your family, your friends? Quality of relationships with family and friends. So, are there family members? Are there friendships that are not supporting or aiding your growth? Relationships that you may not necessarily need to cut them off, but you may need to limit their access to you. Because it's sad to say, but negative compounds way faster than the positive. So it may take you like a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks to build up positive energy and positive momentum, and you're going. But you can spend 1 second, 1 minute, couple of hours with the wrong people or in the wrong environment, and then you're gonna lose all that momentum. It's crazy. So you got to do an audit on the people that are in your life that are pouring into you, and spend more time with them, and spend less time with the people that aren't really about where you want to be aligned. In some cases, you guys may need to create new relationships, and that might come with a cost. You know what I'm saying? It might come with a cost, and that's cool because that cost might be a mastermind, or that cost may be a program, or that cost may be a group. So it may come to that, and that's okay, right? And it might be free groups. There's a lot of free groups out there. There's a lot of opportunities for people to come together for free, build, and connect. And that might be something that you may want to do. So you have to be very intentional about it. I'm telling you, like I remember there was a time in my life when I was like, man, I need to have more friends. I want to have friends out of millionaires. I want to be around more 6, 7, 8 figure earners, 9 figure earners. because I want to be in that company because I want to level up and I want to learn. I want to soak up information. So I basically went out and created that. I moved cross country. I changed careers. I spent a lot of money and I got around different people, right? I put myself in rooms where I belong to be in. I put myself in rooms where I didn't feel intimidated. It didn't matter if people were making more money than me. It didn't matter if they was on a higher stature than me. But I knew that I knew that I belonged in that room. So I made sure that I was in those rooms. And that's what you guys should. And that's what you guys should do. You should know within yourself where you want to go, and then put yourself in spaces and places where you deserve to be and where you belong to be. And you will automatically connect to people that gravitate towards your energy and are in line with your goals and dreams. Right. Number 7. Move on to a community you live in and a network you've chosen. I mean, listen, isn't that exactly what I said? What does that look like? What kinds of community activities take place there? What about shower to work? What do you do to help people and others make a difference? How often every week do you participate in these activities? So I'll give you a hint. A friend of mine invited me to do a podcast with his business partner. Now, his business partner, this was early in the week. Now, his business partner flew into he flew into Orange County. I drove from LA to Orange County. I didn't know this man. We met. I picked him up from the airport. We went to the hotel. He was saying that we shot a podcast in the hotel. He then proceeds to invite me to basically a premiere of a I think he's a 7-figure earner. New show on Apple TV. It was season 2 of his podcast, and I went. Now, the interesting thing is, this 7-figure earner, his name is David Meltzer. He might be an 8-figure earner, but he's a speaker, marketer, serial entrepreneur, philanthropist, things like that, author. I was already on his email list, so I actually got the invitation to go to this event, but I didn't look at it when I looked at my email, it was there, but I didn't intentionally see it. Where I was like, yo, I'm definitely gonna be there. But when this person who now I feel is a friend invited me, I was like, wait a minute, I think I got an invitation. So I looked in the email and there it was. So we go to the premiere. And it's dope. Now we're around a lot of people making a lot of money, and I don't know any of these people. I'm recognizing people I know from YouTube. I recognize just the air and the energy is just different. You know what I'm saying? But I felt very comfortable and confident in this room, so I proceed to network and all of that. Now, after the networking session is over, my friend's like, "Yo, they're having a dinner for the community. I can bring a guest. You want to go?" I'm like, well, I can go home right now, or I can just go out for another hour and a half, 2 hours, spend more intimate time with this community, and really level up my relationships. Be very intentional about the relationships that I'm building. So that's what I did. I went, and I met more people, and I got more contacts, and I got in line, and I got in pocket with people that are really making these moves, and the conversations is different. They're like, what can we do to help you? What do you have going on that we can pour into you? And it's just a different feel. So a couple of years ago, when I was like, man, I really need to have more 6, 7, 8-figure earner friends and put myself more in those environments, I was very intentional about creating those environments. So I say that to say, for you, that's what you guys 100% should be doing. Like, that's what you should be doing. It's going to change everything for you. It will literally change everything for you. Just being in different environments and being very intentional. So when it comes down to your goals, you want to be more micro. Like, you should have the macro vision in the goal. Like, hey, I want to make $1 million. But then you want to look at your current financials. You want to look at how you're currently bringing money in, and then do the math on that ticket to see how much action, how much effort will it take for you to actually get to that goal. If that goal is at $1 million or 50,000, 100,000, 200,000, whatever the case may be. Now, once you're clear on that, you have those efforts. Okay, cool. I want to make $1 million. I got a product. Let me do it right now. Let's say you want to make $1 million, and you got a product that averages about 250. So let's divide $1 million by 250. That means you need to sell 4,000 of that $250 thing to make $1 million. So is what you're doing right now, is that conducive to you getting to that goal? Let's be realistic. Is that an effort thing? Is that a physical labor thing? Is that more brand awareness? Is that more marketing? Let's get down to it. Or maybe you might need to raise your price or offer something else. So let's look at it like this. Let's say you raised that price from that $250 item. You was able to offer something that costs $1,000. Well, let's do the math. Right? We divide $1 million by 1,000. That's 1,000. So you got $1,000 product, right? And you sell it to 1,000 people. That's $1 million. But how many people do you need to come in contact with to sell 1,000? Well, let's say 10% should be 100,000. So 100,000 divided by 10%. See, 100,000. My fault. Times 10% is 10,000. So if you were able to get, or if you are able to get your $1,000 product or your $1,000 offer in front of 10,000 people, and this is a catch. It doesn't have to be 10,000 people at once. Like if you could get in front of 10,000 people at once, that's great. But what if you're getting 100 people at a time, 200 people at a time, 500 people, 1,000 people? You focus on getting in front of more and more and more and more people with your offer, knowing that you only need to help 1,000 people with that $1,000 offer, you're going to get that $1 million. So you guys need to get really, really clear on your goals, like reverse engineer. I talk about it a lot. Know your numbers. Know how much action you need to do, right, to get a result, to get a conversion, and then what price point is that conversion at? You multiply that by that price point, and that's going to give you a result. So that's really today's episode. I appreciate you guys. I want you guys to know this. I am dangerously close to episode 100 on Imperfect Action. I'm also dangerously close to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. So what I would like you to do, if you're watching this live, if you're watching the playback, share this video out to as many people as you can. We need less than 20 people to get to 1,000 subs. 1,000 subs allows me to connect with more and more people. And it allows this channel to be monetized. And I'm going to tell you, it took a lot of work to get to this point because at some point I wasn't really prioritizing and making this YouTube thing a focus. I was like, yeah, I got a YouTube channel, but I'm not even going to focus. So that's what a lot of you guys are doing as well. You might have a business, but you're not really doing an effort to really like elevate your business. So I'm asking you to help me elevate this channel, help me connect with more and more people, help me to continue to provide free marketing and business strategy lessons and principles every single day, Monday through Friday, plus vlogs and marketing content and all that and other podcasts. I really, really appreciate you guys. Next week, we're back. We are back with more and more content, more and more episodes of Imperfect Action, and more guests. You know what it is. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you. Leave a comment below if you have any questions. Also, August 19th and 20th is going to be my first mastermind. 2 days in Los Angeles. Right? Nothing moves till you move. And it's true. Nothing moves until you move. Man, I hope you guys make it. If you have any questions, you can always connect with me on Instagram. Just send me a DM. I'm going to drop it below. It's Brendan Boyd. If you want ticket information or if you just want, if you have any questions at all, drop it below. I appreciate you guys. I will see you on Monday with more and more value and more guests and all of that. This has been another episode of Imperfect Action. Get very clear on your messaging, on your goals, and what it's going to do to take you to get to the next level. Peace. I'll see you guys on Monday. Let's go.